Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's topic is one that honestly should have been a heartwarming, celebratory moment in K-pop. A moment of growth, of pride, of recognizing talent. But instead, it spiraled into something really ugly. And not because of the idol involved, no. It's because of the sheer volume of hate, cruelty, and toxicity that exploded online the moment the news dropped. Today we're talking about ILLIT's Wonhee and the massive, undeserved backlash she received after making her OST debut, an achievement that, in any sane world, should have been met with praise and encouragement. But instead, what she got was ridicule, mockery, and yes, an avalanche of hate that disturbingly came largely from Newjeans fans. So let's start from the beginning, because this moment deserves to be acknowledged for what it was, a milestone. On May 14th KST, it was officially announced by B-Lift Lab that Wonhee would be singing The Story Your Eyes Tell Me as part 3 of the official OST for the SBS drama The Spring of Four Seasons. This drama, which only premiered on May 6th, follows the story of Sae Guy, a fallen K-pop idol portrayed by Ha Yoo-jun, who after being expelled from the industry, embarks on a healing journey through college life. Along the way, he meets Kim Bom, played by Park Ji-hoo, and the two of them form a heartfelt connection through music, self-discovery, and emotional vulnerability. And now, Wonhee is part of that emotional journey too. Her voice, raw, gentle, and deeply emotive, was selected to underscore that narrative. That alone speaks volumes. It's rare for rookie idols to be given the opportunity to participate in OSTs, especially within the first year of debut. It means that someone behind the scenes heard Wonhee's voice and saw something real, something worth sharing on a national platform. But that's not all, because B-Lift also confirmed that Wonhee will be making a special cameo in the drama itself. We don't yet know the details of her role. The agency's keeping that part under wraps. But even just one preview image of her on set already generated major buzz. Her natural screen presence, paired with the fragile emotional nuance in her voice, captured attention across social media. This was meant to be a huge moment for her, a validation of her growth, and yet, it was met with anything but support. Instead of cheering for a young artist exploring new ground, online forums and comment sections were swarmed by a wave of hate. And disturbingly, much of that hate was openly linked to Newjeans fans, many of whom used the moment as an excuse to launch coordinated attacks against Wonhee. And I'm not talking about constructive criticism or fans expressing subjective opinions. I'm talking about targeted harassment, the kind that strips away humanity and treats a minor as a public punching bag. Here are just some of the things that were said. Replacing NJZ with ILLIT is like replacing a Ferrari with a Volkswagen. Only idiots will take that deal. Is that the lil girl who faked a leg injury to earn sympathy, then was caught walking on it while holding the crutches on the wrong side? Or the one who is reading comments on her performance and frantically reporting them live on screen? LOL, are B-Lift and Hybe really trying to push the narrative that someone in ILLIT can sing? Not really looking forward to the highly post-processed or altered vocals we'll hear from this OST. I hate ILLIT with all my heart. Just disband already, copycat. Let that sink in. These comments weren't about music. They weren't about aesthetics. They were deeply personal and vicious, directed toward a girl who dared to sing on a drama soundtrack. And I want to say this clearly. This is not fandom rivalry. This is literal bullying, and no amount of fan loyalty can justify it. Let's remember, Wonhee is a minor. She's a young girl in one of the most demanding industries in the world, and instead of being encouraged or protected, she's being dragged through the mud by fans who seem obsessed with invalidating her every move, simply because she doesn't belong to their chosen group. The cruelty isn't just shocking, it's disgusting. And here's what makes this even more hypocritical. A lot of these same fans, the ones screaming protect idols, the ones pushing slogans like support women in music, the ones who rally against online hate when it's directed at their own faces, are now the ones weaponizing every narrative possible to crush a young girl's confidence. It's exposing a very ugly truth about the darker side of K-pop fandom culture, but let's talk about why this is really happening, because we need to be honest. This isn't just about some vocals or an acting debut, this is about insecurity. It's about the fact that ILLIT is succeeding, that despite the non-stop copycat accusations and the attempts to undermine them, they're still building momentum. Their recent release, Almond Chocolate, was chosen as the theme for a Japanese film, I Don't Like You Just for Your Looks, and it performed incredibly well on Japanese music charts. That's not luck, that's market growth. And it's clear that ILLIT is finding their footing, not just in Korea, but on the global stage. So the backlash isn't really about originality, it's about resentment. And that copycat narrative? Let's unpack that too, because the irony is glaring. Newjeans fans have spent months accusing ILLIT of mimicking their concept, from styling to branding to musical tone. But here's the thing, Newjeans themselves drew very heavy inspiration from the 90s Mexican girl group Jeans. From the name itself to the Y2K fashion, the retro aesthetics, these weren't invented by Newjeans, they were revived. So if ILLIT is copying Newjeans and Newjeans borrowed from Jeans, then who's really the original? The answer is none of them are copying. This is just how pop culture works. Aesthetics are recycled, sounds evolve, trends reemerge. What matters is execution, passion, and creativity. And Wonhee, whether people want to admit it or not, is bringing something fresh to the table. Her Her OST debut wasn't about trying to be Newjeans. It was about being herself. And that's what makes the hate she's receiving so cowardly. Because this isn't about who sings better or who has better branding. It's about insecurity, elitism, and tribalism. Plain and simple. Wonhee is out here working, singing, acting, growing, and doing it under immense pressure. She deserves grace, support, and at the very least, basic decency. And the fact that some people are willing to tear that down because she comes from a different Hybe subsidiary, that says everything about them and nothing about her. The truth is, Illit isn't going anywhere. They've already proven they have potential, and with each new release, each public appearance, each OST like this one, they're carving out their space in the industry. And Wonhee, she's only getting started. So here's a message to the people spreading hate towards Illit. You're not protecting your faves, you're weaponizing them. And in doing so, you're creating the kind of toxic environment that K-pop fandoms claim to be against. You're not exposing Illit's weaknesses, you're exposing your own insecurities. Because if you truly believed your favorite group was that untouchable, you wouldn't be panicking every time another group achieves something. So let this be a reminder. Support your idols, but don't use them as tools to tear others down. Learn how to appreciate someone else's success without seeing it as a threat. And most importantly, learn how to celebrate young talent when it's flourishing, because that's what K-pop is supposed to be about. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think the hate toward Wonhee is crossing a line? Do fans need to finally retire the tired copycat narrative and start focusing on the music and performances that actually matter? And is it time for fandoms to start holding each other accountable when it comes to this kind of harassment? Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the K-pop stories that matter. Until next time, bye.